these fairly similar comps. Paper X buys up a couple sheriffs, so they're going to be lacking on a little bit of utility. Meanwhile, Karmine Corp wants the utility. Something's got a headshot off the rip.
Well, that's going to be a rude awakening here as Martin immediately put down onto the floor. Great little timing shot. Something comes away with that, but an even better little corner peek here from Evez. Just pokes in, finds the enemy Yor, quickly trades it back, makes it a 4v4. Sheriff available for the taking will get snatched up here by Sugetsu. As the spike will now get planted, player and Paper X get clustered up.
Sees nade combo being attempted, but Paper X wise to it and are going to dodge it. See what they can do on this retake.
They're out. Sticking around for a little bit longer, attempting some timing shots before backing off. It's going to be a reroute here from the side of Paper X. Is Elite finding one before getting traded out. Continuing to keep things even, but now they're lined up. Lotus is going crazy. A 3K for him as he finally gets put down to buy. Huge performances from him in the previous series. Can he continue to deliver on that front? Not checking over to the left-hand side, expecting the approach right here from backside. Tries to stick it to half. Karmine strikes, and that's going to be another pistol drop by PRX.
Yeah, so this is a map that, and doing a little bit of diligence here, checking out with the boom bot.
And now just 3 charges away from it. For smoke. Going to be dropped. Jump peek over the top. Something trying to catch a glimpse. It does manage to find Sonic there, back of the head. Door shutting out a couple players. Free tap of this one. Paper X going to try to make a go of this one. As Flash going to be dodged out. Martin with the re-swing, able to find one, but Jing eventually there to overwhelm Sugetsu now. Taken down as well as Devi. Comes up with that kill. Spike going to be dropped. Elite has to set up the cage, but they just spam through, and suddenly the wheels have come off, and it's exactly what we saw from PRX versus BLG. Still an opportunity, though.
And it's a Vaz.
Finds one,
and it's a Vaz!
Find all 3. Is swinging in 1 by 1, gets himself the clutch to close it out, but yet again,
2 rifles purchased, Guardian for Sugetsu.
And something dead. Elite just on the linger, finding him just outside of the door switch there on the A side of the map.
Bring them down.
Switch now getting ready to come through into the C site. Showstopper going to be drawn out, checking in towards B site. Jing quickly blast packing away, Thorns popped. Showstopper in the end. Not going to find much purchase as wall gets popped. Flashing a paint shell thrown at Patman's feet. Going to be the site now, taken here by Karmine Corp. Paint shell going to be lobbed in. Evez not stopping at all. Mowing them down one after the other, and Forsaken slowly, quietly trying to drift away, but now he has been spotted in the lead. Oh, we might be able to just even drive the blade right in between the shoulder blades here. But it's not to be. It's going to be another 3K here from Evez, this time delivering a flawless.
This guy's a monster on this map. Util dump. Try to keep Karmine Corp from making it a move, but oh boy.
Pop Fudge going to be sent, shots flying. Forsaken this time able to put down Evez, finds Martin on the back end as the Sheriffs are looking great.
Spike down, C.
Elite now. Last one standing between Paper X and a Thrifty. Botched the previous attempt. We'll see if they can botch this one as well. And the answer is going to be absolutely not. Thrifty will be confirmed. Paper X hit themselves on the board. Shovel some weapons over, and everybody walk it away with a Vandal and a Sheriff in hand.
All right, well, a couple away for the Karmine Corp players. This could be a round where Paper X can get into their ult cycle, steal this one away with Jing.
Oh, landing up on top of Rubble here. The flash not expiring fast enough. That's able to drop down, finds a headshot. It seems like Paper X, when rifles are in hand, are absolutely on struggle street. 2 kills immediately found here from Karmine Corp, not even 20 seconds into the round.
Oh boy, just crazy how ready they are for these aggressive plays. Taking good positions, good timing. So far, got a great read on what Paper X wants to do on this defender side. Shaken, stuck behind the rotating door. Fowler to check the other angle. Karmine Corp spamming it down. They're pretty aware that somebody could be in there. Now you get the neural theft, and now you know he's going to be in there for sure.
Yep. Oh, but counter spam from Devi through the cyber cage, able to find Sonic. It has to back off the angle as the entry into the B side comes through. Avis going to try to play forward here. Hold the connected corner, and Elite again catching a glimpse. Forsaken trying to read it. Cannot win the fight. Shots flying towards Devi. Elite holding his own. Something now with everything to do. Paint shell at his feet. Reeling, backpedaling. Is it near a triple high-low setup? Clears the first. Pop Flash going to be sent. Finds himself another. Martin backing away, 7 bullets remaining. Something makes a solid go of it, but cannot get them over the line. Lead will be stretched as Karmine Corp continue to look fantastic.
He might be lining up to get some of his other teammates over there. However, Spike, way on the other side of the map. Okay,
they're gonna open that angle. Catches the jump spot there. Also catches a hell of a lot of damage. Sonic with a quick peek in, something maybe about to find a timing here as Jing holding close and does end up getting overwhelmed. The swing now coming through, and something will be able to go ahead and mow down too. Spike now on the floor. I've been taken away here from Martin. Lead still having his, but time is certainly not on their side. The double stack, high-low over towards Waterfalls. The Haunt gets the reveal. Shots flying in, and that is going to be the round over. 4 players surviving. Paper Rex rallying back off the timeout. Ult behind, but flash set up here for Devi. Red to try to hold the line here. Swings in off the back of that one, though. Martin just a little bit faster on the turn. Avoids the blind, and that opens things up significantly now. There's TP in behind. Seemingly heard here by Elite, but Forsaken still wins the fight. Sees that the players have escaped through tree over towards the site, but something does make it a little bit more costly. Takes out a potential factor of the showstopper and tries to guide now Jing forward. Martin managing to snipe him out before the rocket can fly. 3v2 still advantage here to the side of Paper Rex. Sonic gonna be sending his own Nightfall, trying to clutch this one out here. Alongside the rest of the team as Martin comes away with a 3rd kill, and Forsaken, it's just far too whiffy. Cannot line it up. Re-explore the jump out. Flash at the ready from something to try to make another go of this one. Spike not yet planted, still plenty of time to work with though for Karmine Corp.
30 seconds left.
They're gonna look to try to take the fight right to his doorstep. The double swing coming through. They nearly line up. They tag him down to 40. Looks for the first, cannot find it. Sonic flushes him out. Karmine Corp maintain the lead.
Paper X wants to do. They're gonna back up this op with a little bit of util. Try to get him set up a little bit cleaner. Saw him kind of struggle a bit. Look at that smoke from Forsaken.
Forward angle, Cam now gonna be cleared out. And yep, talking about Forsaken, well, he's able to find one spot for the spike. And Devi is there as well for the alley-oop. Trades it up. Keeps him in with the advantage. Jing just quickly going to be bounding back over towards the baby door, keeping himself protected here for the moment. For KC, likely going to be scratching their heads, trying to figure out how they realistically get an entry into a site. C is completely open, but they're none of the wiser here for the moment. Re-explore into B. Martin going to be good for 1. Try to catch him before he can escape, but does narrowly manage to get his way out. Showstopper to lead the way now.
Yeah, good news for Paper X. Nobody was anywhere near that showstopper when it was ripped. So they're going to have a fair 3v3 retake, something with the op, a flash. Patman with all of his util. So some options available for Paper X. That's a good start.
I know exactly.
Makes it a bit easier for him, but the neural depth will go ahead and tell all. Gets the reveal. They can spot out the operator.
You're done.
The peek over the top. Spot out Devi as well. Kill found. Patman trying to scale forward, needs something to try to get into position. The Haunt getting the reveal here on the 2. Flash is sent, turn, close angle. The headshot connects. They look to try to go ahead and overwhelm him, but Elite holding his ground. Regen shields starting to come back through, but the shorty at point blank range will go ahead and seal the deal. Defuse can come in, the op can be carried over.
See if there's going to be a big answer here from Karmine Corp.
Double face out of B main. Jing able to find 1 before getting taken down, but ultimately the trade-up is there. Martin at the same time.
Cutting through.
Checking in around the C-site. I'm not sure if you noticed the gun barrel of Devi. He didn't really turn back. Either way, sprints his way across in towards B. Devi relocating. They might not mean too much of anything. But upper control firmly here in the hands of KC. And something has to clear out this tripwire. No other recourse for him. Taking with the operator. Likely going to prove to be very difficult. Devi needing to clear out this angle. It does so with a fantastic 1-tap. Finds a second, and suddenly, Paper X, they're in the driver's seat. They're in the lead. Going to be traded back here.
Last player standing.
A fake on the TP, but a snappy readjust from Elite. Gets the read, gets the kill.
Force his hand. He is in a world of trouble if he sticks around, so he is not going to do that.
3 peeks instantaneously. He's able to find the headshot, so that is going to be taken down. Plant still safe to come through, though, as Paper X try to get their players clustered up in position. Elite going to be lurking. The back of Rubble, Paranoia here at the ready. Now going to be sent, and he's not going to try to play out of this angle. It's going to be a TP. Checks in towards Streak, quick cancel. Devi going to be taken down. Showstopper once again drawn out here from Jing. Lobs it, but is not able to find the kill. I think he thinks that he had a lot more damage there than he really did. Either way, Martine going to get cleaned up. Still continuing to storm their way forward. Close angle. Sugetsu will get flushed out. 3K from Patman. Go ahead and secure a 6-6 half neck and neck between the two squads.
Yeah, and still, you got to be feeling pretty decent about that as Paper Rex. After losing the bonus to come back 6-6.
Karmine, I think they're pretty privy to this. Is
the low trip.
Tripwire, yeah, they're trying to hold them in position. Some right clicks, doing an immense amount of damage, and eventually Sonic finds the kill, re-peeks, and instantaneously takes down something. Entry power now very much out of their hands. They just spam down through the smokes. It's a monstrous advantage here for the side of Karmine, not losing anybody, just Elite really tagged up. Well, he and Sonic, I suppose, for that matter. There's Paint Shell right at Patman's feet. Will not be able to find the kill, but certainly make this all the more impossible for the squad. Off angle from Devi, trying to get these headshots woven through, but just narrowly misses it onto Martine, who's able to go ahead and collect the two. So, the fuse to come through. It's another pistol for Karmine. Spamming out, trying to clear. Same low trip going to be set up. Cam in behind. Get the spot onto Forsaken. Pretty much everybody here now.
Yeah, this time they remembered.
Able to clear it out. TP forward. The bounce forward. The peeking over the top. Jing narrowly able to go ahead and trade that one back, but the trade up comes through. Elite arriving. That's a shot onto something, and now two players have to try to push their way out of this smoke, and they just cannot do it. This is right there on top of them, clearing them up, and it's going to be a bonus conversion. And as Karmine Corp are looking very clean on the defense.
Look at this setup for the Cypher util. It is so far back. This looks like some kind of trap play, potentially.
Okay, well, speaking of traps, Forsaken just resprung KC's back on them. And does get blinded up, but just holds down M1 on a timing, finds a kill. So 5v4 advantage here for Paper X. Now, just the cut of the noise, a slow creep up. Nothing going to be spotted here at A. A couple pings going to be coming down. As soon as they hear the Prowler, they should tell them. The Showstopper does get opened up by Jing. Hunting, searching, looking for any kind of target that he can get, but they're still back just around the corner. So in the end, just going to be there to try to clear some space. Is something. Pop flash going to be sent, and Sugetsu absolutely outdoes him. Forsaken is there quickly to go ahead and trade it back. Retains the advantage, but now their own Showstopper right here, point blank, finds Jing to swing in. That's good for a second as Forsaken will fall. Now Batman and Devi try to hold the line here, but Devi catching them as they'll go ahead and pick their targets one apiece. They clean it up. Paper X.
Quite a bit of info here, though, for Karmine Corp. And they're going to slide Avez over.
It is a shallow exit, though, so he is still going to be nearby enough to try to put this off to use. Looking for the re-peek, but something.
What?
Immediate there with the headshot. Batman cleans up Zadok. This is exactly what Paper X needed, but that's still a force to be reckoned with. Finds Forsaken, but Batman, of all people, picks up the operator.
That might be his first op kill that I can remember.
I think you're correct in that. Certainly not something that we see him lean over to very often. So Prowler does get the spot. Leads position known. Sugetsu's being watched. Devi on a very deep lurk. Jing holding here at stairs. We'll go ahead and shut it down. And there you go. A second up kill for Patman. Third overall in the round. 2 rounds now separating Paper X. That could be eventually costly. It looks like Forsaken, though. He's going to look to try to go on a bit of a flank. And he heard the footsteps of Elite. He just stopped in his tracks. Now backpedaling, but all the same, Forsaken snappy with it, finds the kill. Martine nearby enough. Try to interrupt here, as that's just going to be Sugetsu caught scraping forward through the door. And an interrupt on the plant, a relocate here from something. Spike's going to be scooped up. We could even pivot at the C, but it looks like we'll just go ahead and like this B site well enough, as there's the cleanup. Forsaken gets the spray down. Paper X now 1 round away from tying things up yet again.
Op for Devi.
Angle. Couple jump peeks previously from Martine. There it is again. Flashes him, and oh, it's going to be a bit of a rarer whiff, as Martine certainly is not doing the same. Hell of a shot. Does put down Devi.
Something's like, ooh, op on the ground?
Yeah, would happily scoop it up, but we'll just with the Vandal as Batman now gunned down. Jing swinging out from back rubble in behind one, but Sugetsu trades it up. Paranoia across, out into the open here is Sonic, but something is just a bit too whiffy. Takes the Phantom Spray from Forsaken to eventually flush out the enemy IGL. Yeah, just a little bit. No smoke on B main. No approach coming through the door. Cam gets the spot out, quickly repositions with the teleport.
One enemy remaining.
As something makes the first fight, is able to win it. Brings it now just to Sugetsu, who just doesn't have the HP to try to get by. Cleanup is there. His smiles abound here.
Takes a little bit of a pause. Flash out. Martin gonna get the spot.
Still sticking around though, something. Maybe not reading the operator setup here. Ends up paying the iron price. A solid kill to be found as things coming down, trying to suss out where these trips are going to be. Elite has been very meticulous about relocating them consistently. Is okay. Showstopper getting a ton of damage, but not able to find that kill. Forsaken just sprinting forward, running them down one after the other. Vez and Sugetsu both knocked out of the park. Elite eventually able to go ahead and peel that one back through the wall. There's the weapons taken away from them here by the Steel Guard, and the Decay still in play. He's lost one. Decay as the Decay expires, or Jing rather, as it expires. Only 3 HP. The push forward, the Dimensional Drift, trying to spot them out. Trying to give this info over to Elite. There's no real way for him to try to play off of it. Jing gonna be the first hurdle. And if he isn't immediately dealt with, there you go. The round is just going to spiral. Paper X. Now, back into the lead, 11-10.
Momentarily, but, you know, Jing, again, it's all about just getting that plant down and then setting up for the post.
He's not really been able to find any kind of real kill value when it comes down to these ultimates, but still very much puts the fear of God into him. Reposition, Sugetsu eats an immense amount of damage as now you have a TP flank attempt coming through from Forsaken, arriving in around the back. Elite does note the flank here from Divide, but there you go. Forsaken, that second layer, ends up striking. Paper X very well poised to go ahead and close it out, and they shall. 13-10, and they do not slip here on their own map pick of Lotus. They run it back. No, the duelist competition, yeah, so a bit of a different flavor. We see the no duelist oftentimes. There's a Gecko in the mix, a Sage, something like that. This is a map where your bread is buttered on the attacking side.
Absolutely. And we'll see if there's any quick action.
Oh my God, he's talking about quick engage. Yep, it is just rapid pace. Jing just TPs up on the belt and absolutely tears apart 3. Aviz is going to be scratching his head saying, what the hell happened? That is one of the fastest pistol rounds that I've ever seen.
30 seconds left.
Something still here. How do you try to displace, though? The drone already has been committed. Flash not going to connect onto him, but John is not going to connect onto the players of KC. Instead, they get quite a bit of damage here onto something. Holding him at bay, back around here at back sight with that fragment. Shock Dart would have certainly led to a kill, but now they're running out of time.
10 seconds left.
The sins of old starting to resurface here for Karmine Corp. It's 6 seconds remaining. Need to get this plant down on the floor, and already they're out of time as they try to work their way forward into Nest, but have to come up with 2 kills, and there is just no hope in hell. Forsaken dropping down from the top rope, gets himself a 4K.
To find that ability to get the hell out of there. There again, they're going to push out mid this time. And here goes the Hunter's Fury for Forsaken. Catches one, gets the kill.
Not dead. Martin does manage to trade one back as Jing will fall. Paranoia getting the connection, but it will really scale forward, and eventually that blind expires and Divide is able to go ahead and find the elimination. Patman now playing flush against this. 2 players on the opposite side of his own wall. Tries to go for the push out. Just get a little bit frazzled. Falling to the wayside. Divide going to be taken down as well. Suddenly we find ourselves in a 2v2. The pit going to be invested. And Elite wins the fight, but narrowly. Something rides across the rope, checks in around the back. Nothing going to be spotted here. What does the play call look like? Drop down, cover another weapon, or try to send the knives, but knows that they're not really committing to this one quite just yet. No plant coming through. Pushes, finds one, manages to duck out the tailwind to take him to safety. Gets the spot up, but Elite gets the headshot. Still a smile on his face.
For something, and he's basically got the round over. Jing gonna TP up in the nest. Counter Hunter's Fury here.
Ooh, tag on the Batman, and he bounds right back in for that second pump of the ultimate. Kill is found. Jing now, a little bit of a rough spot. Fragment not gonna go deep enough to really find the punish there, as we have a trade on the Killjoys. Player advantage for now. Here in the hands of Paper X as they look for a timing. Little swing out, and Jing actually just has to teleport out to safety. 35 health remaining. Here's the jump peak. Wants to swing in, but it's being watched by two. At the same time, something striking from behind, and Jing,
Down A.
as the chaos comes in, manages to get the timing to swing in to collect 2 kills for himself.
Explain to me, Jing, how you do that.
I think just all attention swung back over towards something as soon as he struck with the Outlaw on the flank. Now it's on Sugetsu. He will not be able to make it happen. What a reply around here from Paper X. This Jing goes absolutely crazy.
Their strong side over towards B. Set up for this hit. Just have to defend it. You're in the right place, right time. So far has been immaculate, nearly immaculate for Paper X. Jing gonna arm the paranoia. And
bring it at the ready, sends it on the timing, waiting until the last moment as the 0 point goes through. Ping reveal onto Jing, but safe enough position that he does not get punished. He's dancing around, they nearly line up for him. He's still able to find one. Forsaken doing the same before the trades come through. Now Defy, out over the top. Down Martin. And something gonna be noted here on the flank.
that's a huge kill for Defy. Doesn't get traded for it. And that has to stall up Karmine Corp. And they're just dead. Patman finds 2 there right at the end. They line up again.
That isn't Sugetsu for being able to get their ults online.
Oh, well then.
Unless the UI was a little bit early. As now, oh my God, big reveal. Jing playing off the back of it as well as the Hunter's Fury will collect 1. Martin dead to Jing's hand at the same time. And if you're Sonic, what are you meant to do? What's the read that you get? Jing will offer himself up as a bit of a sacrificial lamb here. And now you've got something deep angle out from B garage, staring to try to prevent any kind of potential rotation.
Just hold him here. No reason to aggress here as Paper X. Impetus is on Karmine Corp.
Swing out, Elite now dropped. Sonic dead.
Spike
Sees the
down,
third
attacker
final
spawn.
player. Just waits out for the util. Wide swinging with the oppo is something. It is disgusting.
And you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. It feels like it's Karmine Corp. You go one side, you're running into the op. You go into the other, you're running into util combos.
Suppress connecting, as will the flash. A bit of damage going to be suffered here by something, but he does successfully backpedal to safety until the flank comes in under tube. So a bit of a faster hit here from KC to set themselves up for a second round win. Up and over the top goes Jing, will get shut down. It's the floor dead. As Forsaken gets pinged down, and Oak's got to do a quick cancel on that one, but still is going to be dead to rights. Karmine having a whale of a time here as they get the cleanup, leaving just Patman to his own devices in a 1v4 clutch scenario. Shock dart at his feet, whittles away at the HP. Recon not getting the ping, but Martin will be just a little bit snappier with the headshot, but 10-2 at the half from the defending side.
Already evacuating the site. They want none of this.
Triple flank to come through, pushing out of garage. Patman, lone player left behind. They try to watch for this, and third shot will go ahead and seal the deal. So Martin going to be taken down. The rest of the players pushing up mid.
Love this counterplay here from Patman. Could just re-aggress down mid himself. Especially if you deal with the KJ. You know that util's not going to be there to spot you.
Sonic's going to be caught on a timing. Not reading something's potential forward position. Navas unable to flush him out as he is just looking so immovable. It's going to be both pistols here on Icebox going over to Paper Rex as something picks up a 4K. I mean, even then a Guardian.
Yeah, still
technically a rifle.
True.
It's not a full auto.
True.
Light to clear, back box. We're here at the B site. Elite lingered down through tube, does manage to catch Defy, so stops the flank coming in, but Patman, there's that Guardian coming through, offering up a ton of damage. He is hungry for the kill. Won't be able to find it quite just yet.
Scoops up the Vandal, switches over. He's gonna try to keep his opponents guessing with the Poison Cloud. Meanwhile, the main force of Paper X over here on A, looking to get the plant down. Patmen dealt with, so a 3v5 for Karmine Corp to keep their hopes alive of running 10 in a row. Okay.
Well, okay, now 2v5. Something, Toronto finisher. I'm Jing and Forsaken to try to get it done. Shock Dart very wisely sent into the smoke. Gets a ton of damage there on the Jing. Regen shield not fully stocked up, so will not have too much HP to work with, and it's now down to Forsaken. Good amount of damage dealt. Looks for the first, cannot make it happen. Sonic will go ahead and secure a flawless round win. So first step on this long path to running this into overtime taken.
Team Ace.
We've seen it before. Deep recon.
Revealing area.
Sugetsu, no choice but to really just back off there.
Go away this time. Patman able to go ahead and secure the kill. Eats a ton of damage. His fragment going to be lobbed in, but that just sends him bounding forward here into Kitchen. As the drone now looks to try to flush him out. Backpedals out, and eventually, yep, the wallbang shots can come through. Nicely set up here from Karmine Corp to go ahead and counteract.
Take flight.
And now they gotta pump the brakes a bit. Don't know what's waiting on the other side of this A site.
Does that drone go deep enough? No. Martin, his position likely unscouted. Should be somewhat expected. 3 players nearby enough, and that 0 point does take away the knives. He slows up the approach here. There's plenty of noise being made. There's something gonna be spotted. Just that tiny little bit out of place. Gives the angle. Martin, easy enough for him to collect the elimination. Why though? Counter spamming, able to find Avis, takes him down out of backside. Martin now going to be taken down as well, so he gets to try to go for the transfer. Eventually he's able to find the headshot. Sit now into a 1v1. Divine Spike stranded up above. Sugetsu.
Running out of
Any
time.
angle to potentially be able to spot him out here. Devi's going to have to get a move on. He goes up and over the top. Sees the guns, tries to go ahead and get the shots in, but Sugetsu will stand tall on his feet, getting themselves the clutch.
Try to set up to counter any B main push that may come through. Just catches a little glimpse.
Spot it there on the Jing, but Jing's still able to win the fight. Not much damage going to be suffered either. Loses out on his armor. As the push forward of Hess trying to catch the timing, but something is watching it. And it seems like Paper X have read this perfectly off the back of the comms there from Alex.
Oh no.
Batman trying to push forward, does end up getting taken down, but now the Hunter Fury is going to be crashing across something, collects himself yet another kill, up to 21, looks for more, and it's going to be another 4K to bring this to a conclusion. Decent little attempt from Karmine Corp, stringing together the 3 rounds here in that second half, but ultimately Paper X just looked way too dominant.